What's good? I got another episode for MC Me TV. Buckle your little seatbelts and hold on. We got a controversial we got a topic of controversy here. Smoking weed, man. I just recently quit, and it's been like, man, over a week now, and I've kind of been on and off, but I wanted to just list the benefits. Like, there's just so much benefits and so many things that have changed since I stopped smoking. And you see where I'm at right now. So y'all see, it's fucking gorgeous out right now. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm practically in someone's backyard. It's funny. So, you know, once again, MCE brought the fucking notes. You know how I do. Come prepared. I got 10% battery, so I'm gonna have to make this quick, but here we go. Alright, the benefits of weed. As a disclaimer right off the bat, I don't think weed is bad if you use it medicinally like it's supposed to be used. It's an herb, just like anything else. It could be used medicinally. It really shouldn't be smoked though, it should be consumed. It should be ate or vaporized, or, you know, it should be eaten though. That's the best form. And I've been smoking, you know, before this I smoked for 5 years, and I was probably one of the biggest potheads you would have ever known, so I know what I'm talking about, I promise you. Okay, so I just got the benefits, you know, just the benefits of quitting. For me, it was a habitual thing. Not everybody, it's not habitual for everyone, you know. I'm kind of all in or all out when it comes to things. And when it came to weed, I was all in, you know. I was constantly high to the point where high was normal, and it was not good for me. So let me just start listing off these benefits. I'm gonna just list them all at first, and then I'm gonna break them down, okay? So you got money, right? Time, energy, bondage. All right, some of these things might not make sense yet, but I'll explain. Attention, paranoia, being that paranoia, okay? Cleanliness, health, independence, cognition, drug tests, anxiety, and consistency, okay? Let's start with money. For one, you're literally burning your money away. Unless it's medicinal, like unless you literally need it, which you probably don't, you know, then it's a waste of money. Straight up. It's not only a waste of money, but it is a waste of your time and energy, which all goes together. Alright. Now I can't take too much time on all this, but I'm just gonna take a little bit of time on each topic here. Alright, so we got money. Waste of money, man. Waste. Unless you're growing it, which 99% of you guys are not growing it. I know you're not. I wasn't. Shit. And this is coming from someone who smokes, so don't take it personal, you know. This is like, I'm really just talking to myself here, because I'm not trying to relapse. Time. Such a waste of time. I mean, not only the actual activity of smoking, but going and getting it. You gotta go and get it, you gotta roll it up, you gotta smoke it. And then for me, it's a waste of time because you end up sleeping or you end up lazy, so you waste all that time in your day. Okay? Energy. Everyone's a little bit different, but what it comes down to is that weed, it has a vibratory rate. Just like everything has a vibratory rate, it vibrates. Now, some people's vibration is lower than weed, some people's vibration is higher than weed. Personally, my vibration is higher than weed. So when I smoke it, it brings me down, okay? Most people, that's what's gonna happen. It brings me down. So it's not good for me. It brings me, unless I'm in a situation where I really need to be down like that, which I really am never in that situation. And you can do that through other ways, through meditation and other things like that. Okay, so my energy, you know, it has just been skyrocketed since I stopped smoking weed. It's not even a comparison. I have so much energy now, I don't even know what to do with it. You can check my YouTube channel. Look how many videos I've been putting out. I've been making more songs. I've been just so much more productive in all aspects of life. Alright, yeah, what else we got here? Okay, bondage. Alright, bondage. Not only are you internally bonded to THC, the chemical, right? This goes for any drugs too, or any addiction really. Not only are you internally bonded to THC, but you're gonna be, if you're internally bonded to something, you're gonna externally be bonded to something, whether that be relationships that you shouldn't be in. Alright, for me, I was you know, I was in certain relationships and doing certain things with certain people that I shouldn't have even been with in the first place, because you're going to be bonded. If you have an internal bondage, you're going to be bonded externally. So there's people that you're going to have to deal with, you know, whether it be your drug dealers or whatever, that you're not going to want to deal with, straight up. And that's the bondage, okay? Attention. Attention. It's a debatable thing, you know. Some people think that they think better or clear. This goes with cognition too, but some people think that they can think clear or whatever when they're smoking, and it gives you a different perspective, and it is a good mountain to climb every now and then. But every time, you know, once you climb the mountain 100,000 times, it's over. It's done. You got to climb some new shit, you know. And I already know, since I've been rapping, because I rap and make music, it's not even a question that I can write better, and that I can write so much faster when I'm just sober, and I'm just sharper in general. And the music is different when you smoke. It's not good or bad, it's kind of subjective, but personally, I think clear, and I'm just way sharper when I'm not smoking, just straight up. Legality, okay? This goes with dependence too. This really goes with independence. When you're smoking, you know, and when you're dependent, these fucking waves are coming at me. When you're smoking, you're dependent on weed, right? You're dependent on it, so you can't even travel. Like, you can't even really travel because you constantly have to have that weed on you. You constantly have to be dependent of that, and therefore that creates paranoia, because if you do have it on you, then now you got to deal with cops and all that shit. And it's just that dependence. I hope you guys can hear me, because these waves are coming in like Mother Nature is just trying to fuck this video up right now. But it's not Mother Nature, it's actually boats. But yeah, so this dependence, like, once you get off of all types of addictions, you just become so much more independent. You don't need anything. I could go anywhere in the world right now. And I wouldn't need weed to be with me, right? Which is just an amazing feeling of freedom. And like, the whole point of weed is, for me, was like to feel that freedom. But when you're off of it, you're like, wow, like, you're really more free than anything when you're off of it, because you don't need anything. I could go anywhere in the world, and I wouldn't have to be paranoid of cops. I wouldn't have to worry about if I can get weed, am I gonna be able to buy it, yada yada. All right, let's just keep going. Cleaner environment. Once again, what is internal is external. When you're smoking, you know, if you eat it and things like that, it's different. But like I said, the majority of people smoke it. If you're internally, if it's dirty internally, smoke, which is gonna make your lungs dirty. I don't care what you say. Smoke is it has tar in it. It's not good for your lungs. All right, it's not good for your lungs. Period. Smoke is not good. Whether it be cigarette smoke, weed smoke, a burning building, whatever. It's not good for your lungs. Okay, so your external environment is going to become cleaner once you get off weed, straight up. Like, it really is. The first day I was off of it, my whole kitchen was like perfectly clean. It hasn't been clean ever since I started smoking. All right, health. When it comes to, okay, health, your lungs are going to regenerate, and you're going to feel it. Your lungs are just going to feel so much better after you get off it for a while. I know this because I run and things like that, and when I used to run, during the days when I was smoking, you could feel your lungs just gasping. I mean, you could feel like needles were going into your lungs, you know. And not only with your lungs when it comes to health, but then you got the munchies to worry about, right? Munchies are not good. You should not be stuffing your stomach like that. That's not how we're supposed to eat. Sleep, your entire sleep pattern is going to be fucked up. If you sleep 10 hours, you know, this is a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, it could be used medicinally for people that can't sleep, but if you are a normal person, you don't have any, you know, diseases or anything like that, you don't need to be sleeping 10 hours. And then when you do sleep these 10 hours, at least for me, I'll wake up and I still won't have energy, you know, because the weed is still in your system. And your senses too. You're gonna get your senses back. Like, when I smoked so much, I couldn't even smell. If I walked into a room where people were smoking, I could hardly even smell it. Honestly, because your senses are all, it's the smoke. Like, the smoke is gonna clog up your nasal, everything. Like, I used to get mucus all the time. I'd have to cough up mucus. Like, that is not cool. That is not cool at all. That was one of the biggest benefits, is just being able to breathe. Like, just being able to breathe so well. Okay. cognition, that goes back to logic again. You're going to be able to think clear. Everything's going to be becoming more clear to you, okay? Smoke puts you in a daze, puts you in a haze, which can be good in certain situations, but if you're always in a daze, that's not good. We got cut out. Having technical difficulties. MC-Me, it was down for a second. We're back. MC-Me TV's back. All right. Back to smoke, right? Puts you in a haze. Think about bees, right? How do you get bees out of their trap? You smoke them out, okay? It causes confusion. Smoke is going to cause confusion. It puts you in a haze, all right? So it can, like I said, it could be good every now and then to see a different perspective, but once you climb that mountain 100 times, it's over, all right? I'm trying to make this quick because my phone's almost out of battery, so I might make another video. If you want another video, I got you. Just hit me up. Hit up your boy. Drug test. All right. This is something that I don't even think we should have in the first place when it comes to weed. I don't think you should be drug test for a job for weed, but regardless, it's one more thing that now you don't got to worry about, right? You don't got to worry about it. You can get any job, whatever, jobs or whatever it may be that you need a drug test for. You don't got to worry about it anymore. Okay, anxiety. Honestly, like a lot of people smoke weed to cure anxiety. For me, it didn't really, I mean, it helped sometimes for sure, but a lot of the times it created anxiety. Trying to get it, calling your dealer, your friend comes over and he doesn't have it, and that causes anxiety because now you're dependent on something, and then when that thing doesn't come around that you're dependent on, it's gonna cause anxiety. Now, not everyone's dependent on weed. Once again, that was my disclaimer. Not everyone, some people can smoke once a week and that's it. If you're like that, then that's awesome, but that's not like me. So I'm talking about the people that are addicted, you know, like I was. And yes, you can become addicted to weed psychologically. And there is physical symptoms too, because you're changing your entire cycle, your psychology. You're changing your entire cycles. So your sleep patterns, your eating habits, all these things. You can have physical symptoms. People have nightmares, people have way more lucid dreams, which I can attest to. There are physical symptoms too. But it's just not like cigarettes or, you know, heroin or something like that, because we actually do have something in our brain called THC inhibitors that actually can understand what THC is. So that's why there's no physical withdrawal symptoms. Alright, and once again, it's an herb, it's good. I know I'm gonna get shit for this. It's good for in the right situations, but addiction in general is not good. So this can go for addiction just in general. Okay, and then consistency, that's my last one. Consistency with emotion, right? It's just, you want to be consistent. Like if one person, you know, sees you one way and then like sees you when you're high and you're all happy or whatever, and then they see you when you're not high and you're fiending or something and you're not happy and you're all anxious or whatever, it's like, that's kind of a sign of a weak emotion to me. Like, you should not need anything to be in a consistent state. Like, you should have consistent emotions throughout the day without dependence on anything, okay? So that's it, the consistency. So I mean, this is the thing. I know so many people are, you know, if you don't want to quit, then you don't want to quit. This is for the people that want to quit. I was in a situation where I wanted to quit, and I loved watching these type of YouTube videos of people quitting or people listing off benefits and things like that, because it helped me and I needed it, because I was spending all my money on it, I was wasting my time on it, I was losing my energy, you know. And as a vegan, all right. Shut up. Okay, there they are. Alright, so as a vegan, I went so many, you know, I went like years or whatever as vegetarian or vegan, you know, eating really good high vibration, foods with high vibratory rates, right? And that's supposed to get your energy up, right? Well, I didn't even feel these energy, I didn't even really feel the full effects of this because I was constantly smoking weed, right? So every time you do that, it's just gonna bring you right back down again. You don't get high when you smoke. You don't get high, you get low for the most part. You really do. And I've tried the sativa too. The sativa is supposed to be more head high and it's not supposed to get your body. I've tried all of it and it does the same for me. And personally with me too, like my whole entire life, I've had like this lightheadedness every now and again when I'm sober. Every now and again, if I stand up really too fast or something, I'll get lightheaded. I've always had it. And when I smoke, it gets way worse. Like when I smoke, every time I stand up, I get lightheaded to the point where I literally feel like I'm gonna pass out. No joke. And so that's gone now. I mean, I still get it every now and again because I've always just had it, but for the most part, that's gone. I've seriously just experienced so much benefits. It's really ridiculous. And I'm not gonna say I'm never ever gonna smoke again in my life. Probably never smoke again in my life. Consume weed is one thing. If I, you should be taking it through butter, like coconut butters or coconut oils, or like through teas, or vaporizing it, if anything. But the whole smoke thing in general is just a dirty thing for your body. There's a reason why you cough when you smoke. That's your body saying, get this garbage out of me. That's your body saying that, So I've just experienced so much benefits. I'm not gonna relapse. I've already probably saved $60 and I haven't even stopped that long. So the most important, you got the time, you got the money, you got the energy. Those are the most important things, really. And when you have all that back, when my energy is just ridiculous, like it's just, you can do so much. You can just do so much in one day when you're not smoking, and and on top of the fact of me eating vegan and all that. But that's that's kind of besides the topic. But now I really feel the full effects of it, and my energy is just through the roof. My energy is through. I worked a midnight shift last night. I worked a midnight shift, got like 4 hours of sleep last night, and I'm still up doing perfectly fine, making this video right now. So if I could think of anything else, I'll make another video for it. But once again, this isn't for the people that don't want to quit. If you don't want to quit, then that's on you, and you're not gonna. And I'm probably not. No matter what I say, it's not gonna convince you. But for the people that are thinking of quitting, or it's become some type of problem in their life, whether it be money, whether it be your energy is low, whether it be dependence, like all of these things, they can definitely cause a problem. And you'll see how much more free you'll feel once you get off of it. Because it's like, shit, I don't need anything now. I don't need anything. And that's, it's like a it's like a paradox too, because a lot of people that smoke weed are like the hippies or whatever, or like they have a hippie mindset or whatever, and it's like you're supposed to be living like a minimalist, yet you're dependent on this on this plant, and it's a great plant, but when you start to depend on it, then it becomes a problem. You can't be a minimalist and then at the same time be dependent on something. It just doesn't work out like that. So just try it. If you think that you're not addicted, then I just try it, because after a couple days you're gonna be like, shit, I was addicted to weed. And it's all about cycles too. Quitting is all about cycles, and it's all about energy. When your willpower is high, when your energy is high, your willpower is high, right? When your energy is high in the morning, you're gonna have a higher willpower to get up out of bed. When your energy is low, you're not gonna wanna get out of bed. So it goes the same thing with addiction, whether it be weed, cigarettes, alcohol, whatever. You wanna keep your energy high, because the higher your energy is, the higher your willpower. The higher your willpower, the easier it is to say no, right? The easier it is to tell your body no. And everything comes in cycles in the day. Everything comes in cycles in the day, and it becomes a part of your psychology, right? When you're smoking, so you have to just break those cycles. So say you smoke every time after you eat, right? That's just gonna be that you just gotta win that moment, right? You just gotta win that cycle, and once you get over that moment after you eat, and you say, all right, I've been making tea a lot. That's helps me. Whenever I get the urge, I'm just gonna make some tea, because that's something that you can still kind of distract yourself with or whatever. And that's what's helped me. And once you break those little cycles, your whole day is gonna change, and it's not gonna become a habit anymore. It's not gonna be habitual in your life. And like right now, I'm like 8 days. I've been on and off. So there's some days I went 10 days and then I went relapse or whatever. But now I'm like 8 days, and I've just seen too many good things to go back. But now that I've gone 8 days, it's not even a part of my lifestyle anymore. It's like my whole lifestyle and my whole cycle, my cycles and everything are different now. And it's just gonna get to the point where I don't even think about it. You know, it's just a part. You just got to get over. You just got to win those moments, and you got to win those cycles. And before you know it, the first couple days are going to be hard, and then it's going to get easier and easier. So once you win in those little cycles, then you're good to go. And I'm trying to think if I could say anything else that would help you. You know what, the next video I'm going to make is things that you can do besides smoking, okay? So these are the benefits of smoking. This is MC Me TV. Next episode's going to be what you can do besides smoking, okay? Because shit, some people live that lifestyle and it's such a habit for so long that they don't even know what to do when they get off of it, you know? And once again, you know, I'm really talking to myself here. Don't take this personally, because this is really, you know, I was a pothead, you know, so don't take it personal or anything like that. That, you know, I was just as bad, if not worse. I mean, I smoked all the time, every day. Okay, so I'm really talking to myself, but hey, I am you. So MC Me TV, peace out. Another episode in the books.